Hello and welcome everyone to the RPGeeks, where science geeks roll some dice and tell some cool stories. The RPGeeks, that is us. We are for professional science communicators. We very much enjoy playing tabletop role-playing games and also occasionally talking about the sciencey sci-fi concepts that come up in the game. But today is another campaign episode. It is episode 10 of the Absalom Files.
Ooh. 10.
We don't have a thing to say after that.
We don't have a thing like that.
We don't have a
Files.
That's not cool. Files aren't cool, guys.
We
should have.
Yeah, we workshop mine.
Before like 10 episodes in.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's only going to be 12, so...
We've still got time. We've still got time.
It's not too late.
For a quarter of the show.
Let us know in chat what you think we should be doing, because we'll definitely read that and be
we'll
able to implement it.
The whole series by the time you get to this, because spoilers, we are pre-recording.
But you can fill in the gap yourself. When we don't say it, you at home can agree on what you're all saying.
Files.
You imagine us saying something really funny right now that you go, what a great little recurring line that they've said in every single episode.
Yeah, and then tell us what it is. Yeah, great.
Can I put my hand up and say, as Lord of Patreon, I am so sorry to you, patrons, who we missed last time. You know who you are, and I know who you are.
We all know who you are. We read your names.
We all know who you are.
In fact, everyone knows who you are because they can read your names either on screen or if you're on podcast, they are in the description.
Oh, lovely.
So this episode, we're going to do an extra special extended. This is the first time these guys have heard of it.
We're
just going to announce it right now.
Yeah.
A special extended version of your particular characters for this one, which is going to go on just a little bit longer and be just a little bit more in depth.
We do them quite in depth already.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I know.
I feel like we're getting too far already.
We're basically going to play a one shot with each of your characters now.
Let's see if we roll back.
There's some dice rolls involved in the in these patrons' backstory.
So you will hear a little bit more about our Patreon, and we might give some people some cool characters. Do you want to do that all at the end, or should we do a couple just for the break and then a couple at the end?
Oh no, don't do it in the break. No, don't do it in the break.
Okay,
no, because that'll mess up my. I don't have the break in podcast. I trim the break out entirely, so you can't tell there's a break.
Oh, hi, podcast listeners. Sometimes we have a break. I hope you too are getting
always have
plenty of breaks.
In fact, we always have a break. And podcast listeners, can you spot the break? That's the. Or am I a good enough editor?
No, but good enough.
I cut out the where were we stuff.
So where were we? Oh, exciting! Podcast listeners, lay your bets.
YouTube people don't get this treatment.
No, no. Also, I've been finding it harder to find because I'm let's just do this now. Just a little behind the screens. Yeah. Because when I edit the podcast, what used to happen was I would download it from Twitch, but because I've been a little bit behind on the podcast, being busy girl, I've been downloading them from YouTube. I've been using the YouTube videos, and because Simon trims the breakout, I have to find the break.
I always leave a little bit.
A lot longer.
I always leave like a second.
Yeah. So I'm literally like scrubbing along, like where is it?
Sometimes when I'm doing the YouTube, I go in and add chapter markers in case anyone. Does anyone tell me if you? I only done it for a couple.
Oh, delightful!
I didn't know that. That's lovely.
Yeah, only a few times.
I consider this as one long chapter. Really, I don't ever. I see no.
Well, the reason I did it was because I thought maybe some people who are just trying to desperately catch up would not like to be hearing this and would like to be like, so when does the game start?
Yeah. In general, like our intros are long and rambly, but I think it's.
But if you can skip ahead, I feel like that's all right. But you need to know where to skip to.
I can already hear the people pressing the plus 10 seconds button.
Very valid.
Get on with it. Get on with it.
That's me.
So yes, also fun thing. Sorry. While we were talking about the
plus 10,
quickly. No. We've talking of 10. We've passed 10,000 downloads on Podbean.
Oh wow!
Yeah, by quite a lot because I haven't been doing the podcast for a while. I look back and I was like, oh shit. As in podcasts in general. So
Podbean is an aggregate.
Yeah,
Podbean is our hosting for our
amazing.
So if every single person who downloaded an episode of the RPGeeks, and let's assume that unreasonably that one person hasn't downloaded multiple episodes,
are we assuming that?
We could storm Helm's Deep with that bad boy. That's picture the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Clone the people if they downloaded more than one episode. Oh,
each time they click download, it actually sets into a.
That's how it works. I'll write that down.
Yeah.
We have been, if you've missed it, discussing lots of exciting science, including the science of cloning, very plot relevant, as I'm sure you all know. You'll hear more about science as we go along. You'll hear more about our patrons. I did just want to flag, wait till the end, and we're going to be explaining roughly how you can enter a giveaway during the next 2 episodes, the final 2 episodes, to win some Starfinder beginner box digital sets. So stick around to the end of the episode, boomf, to hear all about that. That'll be live on Twitch. So if you're not live on Twitch, try and be live.
Twitch.tv/RPGeeks
Yeah, it's all good. Great. Without further ado, we will introduce ourselves. It's okay, Bates. You can do this. You got this.
You've got this, Emily Bates. I believe in you.
We're so last episode was so
today.
good. We were so excited.
That's why I'm nervous, because I think last episode was good. And I'm like, good. Oh no,
now it's all downhill.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Sharmony. I use she, her pronouns, as does Thaliana Maisie Creswell. Which Thaliana Maisie Creswell? No one knows. But she is finally...
Why are you all being weird about it?
Strongly feel like there might be more than one. She has finally made it home to Traxxas, to her family. Not quite the... What's she miming? How many are there?
I was miming there were 5,000.
Yeah, that's where we are. Simon.
Hello, my name is Simon. Let me find the button. I press bouton. There we go. My name is Simon. I use he, him pronouns, as does Snikt, a Yosoki operative, who is one of the best private investigators in Absalom in his own mind. We really need to see whether that bears out in sort of the rest of the universe. But a member of the Eyes Shut to along with my companion and definitely equal, Corey.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me. My name's Ali Jennings. I use he, him pronouns, as does Corey Vandeleer, second lieutenant. Dishonorably discharged. Corey, ace pilot. Ace pilot, precog, sees slightly into the future, feels things now, even though he's been keeping himself. He's been going through some tough times, but things have been looking up for second lieutenant Vandeleer. Just as things start to get tricky for the body, I feel. But who knows how tricky things are going to get? I'll tell you. It's our Emily Bates.
It's me, Emily Bates. Hi, I do know how tricky things are going to get. Or do I? Am I making it all up as we go along? You don't know. I know. I have a lot of notes, so I assume maybe I know some things. I use she, her pronouns too. I'm a science communicator person. And for this game, I will be your Fate Weaver. So, where were we? Having returned to Absalom, our party decided to head to Thally's home planet of Triaxis. They visited Ingenium in order to acquire a new drift engine for their trip, and Corey and Snikt discussed and ended up informing Thally of their suspicions that she might be a clone. Upon entering into the drift, they were shunted into a so-called drift lane, a kind of Hyperloop M4 situation, we haven't quite decided yet, created by Parallel, where they sped along to Triaxis, the journey time greatly reduced. They arrived on Triaxis and headed to Thally's home, Creswell Organic Farm. They were greeted by the whole Creswell family, who we love, and they seemed fairly shocked to see Thally returned. The family mentioned they were planning an infiltration to Abundance, and Laurie took Thally off to show her his new Boofree, which is a little wooden version of that Laurie made. Laurie is a cute little 5-year-old Riforian, and I'm obsessed. And that is where we are now. Snicked, Corey, you are sort of in the sort of living room kitchen area. It's one of those family houses where everything happens in the kitchen, you know, and there's lots of like, there's a big counter space and everyone's in there.
Is that Lara? Where's Lara?
And Lara's in the kitchen with
okay. Cool.
Wait, and Lara's a name I didn't write down last time. Which one's Aunt Lara?
And Lara's
the one who's been with us for a while.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was going to say she's not in the family. I wrote down a little box of family members, and I'm like, that's not in
I've
there.
been trying to keep up with the family members.
I don't have the family names.
Oh, I should.
So I've got Jebin, oldest brother. Laurie, who's 5 and is, I'm not sure what, they're nibbling. Him. Their brother. Megan, older sister. Aska, who's the partner of Megan.
So Megan and Aska have...
I'm going to send you the...
Laurie is their child.
I'm going to send you the family tree that is also on... should be on Patreon by now.
Sully is also a child of Megan Aska?
No, Jebin is the parent of Sully and Kino.
Obviously.
I don't think I said any of this, to be fair. I don't think I said it. I didn't say... I'll tell you what,
I'm sending it to you now. It's fine. I literally sent it.
But I'll just say it for the people...
okay.
So there is Joanna and Jethro, who are Thally's mum and dad. Then Thally's siblings are Jebin, Megan, who is partnered with Aska, and Tully. And then Jebin has 2 children, Sully and Kino, and Megan and Aska have Laurie. That's it. That's the whole thing. Simon, why are you looking at your phone? What's happening?
I'm looking at the...
No, I'm sending you a better picture. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I sent him a sideways picture.
Thally spelled with a Y?
No,
it's not. That's not how I spell it.
I just spelled it wrong.
That's how I spell it.
Don't mind me.
I spell Thally Thali.
Yeah, that's how I spell it.
I just accidentally clicked through on our WhatsApp pictures to that giant picture of a Furby, Simon said. Anyway.
Okay, there we go. Right.
Okay, so
and that's on the.
Okay,
so they've got an infiltration planned.
Yeah, so they said to you that they were planning in a day or so. They were going to go into abundance, and they haven't sort of fully explained why, but they're very trusting people, and you're friends with Ali, so they're revealing.
Very trusting people. It's normal and fine.
Right, so you two. This isn't the accent. Hang on. What's it? Sally,
they're from the south, sugar.
They're from the deep
down
south.
there.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was Aunt Lara.
That's not Aunt Lara.
Oh no.
Aunt Lara's C Bean.
No. Oh god, I'm confused now.
Oh god, hang on. I can't get into my accents. Hang on.
Emily Bates has been hoisted by her own petard.
Now we're good. So you two, you're good at this kind of thing. You're detectives, you say?
There's a question.
Yes.
Right, and
I was expecting so much more. Sorry.
Would you like to help with the infiltration, or?
We are privately engaged by Ms. Creswell. Of course, if it's her desire that we take on this extra piece of work, then we'd be very happy to. But at this point, I think it's probably best for us just to maybe take stock with our client and see exactly where our attention should be directed.
Right, so you're not her friends or nothing. You're working for her.
Oh, we'd say we got to know her pretty well over the course of our engagement together. We've been working together pretty closely for quite a while. We also are not friends of the Parallel Corps. We've got reasons to dislike them personally. You see that kink in my tail? That was them.
Do.
Oh, nasty piece of business, that.
Dangerous, yeah. I'm confused. Where did you meet Thally?
Well, obviously, attorney.
I'm sorry, are you breaking up? You're in my living room. You shouldn't really be.
We're losing him.
Sorry, fly in my throat.
It's
harvest time, isn't it? It's the pollen. Yes, well, in detective client privilege obviously limits what we can say without Thally's express approval.
Right.
But it's something that we would be very interested in if it was something that obviously we could find a way to work together on is this infiltration that you had planned. Now, that could be a great place for us to start, picking up bits of information that maybe we need to put the whole case together, which is something we're very close to. We just need a little final touches.
Right, where are you up to? So obviously we've got our theories and everything in the barn, but
You've got your theories in the barn?
we have like a big board with
We got theories out the back. You have a board?
Yeah.
Oh, I really think we should seriously consider working with these people.
Kino like sits up and goes, I got some string for it, and we've been like connecting stuff.
String?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Corey.
Would you like to see it?
Very much, stands.
Okay. Kino, who is about 8 years old, sort of just starts. He runs out towards the barn.
Yeah, absolutely following.
I would say Sully, Jebin, and Megan all follow. I'll say the rest all stay back so we can reduce the number of people I could possibly be playing.
So where's the rest of the family then? This can't be everyone.
Are there? No, this is everyone. What? The rest of the family? What are you talking about?
Wow, you've got a small family, huh?
There's quite a lot of us, I thought, because we all live in the same place, you know?
Well, I mean, my family all lives in a pretty close proximity, but there's about...
How many are in your family?
38, 10...
38,
no, wait,
that's
38,
not
38,
that many.
38, 38,000.
Are they all related to you?
Well, of course.
Do you know all their names?
I'm getting a little hazy when it comes to the second cousins once removed, and I can't say I remember all their birthdays. Oh, God, it's Bob's birthday today. Oh, I need to send them a card. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Sometimes Grandpa gets me and Laurie round the wrong way, and I get annoyed about that.
2 generations removed, and you can't remember names. Oh, typical. Absolutely typical. What? Anyway, right. Where's this board? I was promised a board.
Right, yeah. And you see this new barn that, well, you wouldn't know it's new, but Thali, it's the barn that there was like a newly built larger barn. And it's got these huge double doors, and you see Jebin goes over and like separates them. And as you walk in, it is like Detective Central. There are computers on one side, the walls, it's like Matrix with like CCTV cameras everywhere. And on the other side, the rest of the other wall is entirely made up of like bits of paper that have been stuck on with bits of string. Basically, you've got analog and digital on separate sides of the room. And you notice that Jebin and Sully immediately go to the digital side. Megan and Kino go over to the physical side and start like examining things.
Oh my
right, so this is kind of where we're up to. And you can see there's a big picture of Kim Tester. And underneath it says Thali saw disappear ? Then and underneath that it says smudged face, and there's like a child's drawing of a blonde lady, and then they've clearly just smudged a face, and it's signed Kino on the bottom. And there, I mean, there's loads of stuff. There's a lot of information about cloning sort of written up on the walls. About it says clones, and then there's like strings pointing off from that with different things like memory loss, smudged faces ? A lot of different potential outcomes for clones.
Are there any Vesk that I recognize?
There's no Vesk on the board. You can see.
Oh, you're missing a part of the puzzle, I see. Okay.
Oh, really? Because we could really do it.
Oh, no, client confidentiality. I can't share with that. We just need to speak with Thaliana first. But,
okay, we're sharing everything with you right now, so...
Well, yes, and we're very grateful for you to do so, but at the end of the day, with the information we've got from our client, and we cannot share it with other people without our client's consent. It's just a professional standards thing.
Right,
they're protecting Thaliana.
Okay, well, I like that. I'm sure she'd be happy for you to see it. She seemed to be comfortable with you, and you were there, and Lara, so... and I'll say, and Lara stayed in the kitchen with Joanna, and she caught up with Joanna and Jethro.
So looking at this whole board, can I maybe just muse aloud and to see if anybody's interested? So if Kim Tester really is a clone, which is what this maybe is pointing towards,
we think so.
If we could find the original Kim Tester, then perhaps we'd have a chance of blowing the whole thing wide open.
That's one of the points in our 3-step plan of why we're infiltrating Abundance. And you can see on the other side, it says infiltration, reasons to do it. And number 1 says find Kim Tester, real, in brackets real. And
blow whole thing wide open.
Someone's crossed out real and written original underneath that. And then collect evidence, and then in like kid writing for my documentary, and then free all the people is underneath that as well.
Is one of these Riforians going around with a homemade home video camera just recording stuff?
At this point, you do see Sully is like just sat on a little computer, and she's got like a little camcorder next to her.
Oh, these people are all gonna die.
What? Jesus.
I mean, actually, no. Ali's not DMing this one, so.
Ace loves this family too much.
Death is a fact of life. That's all I wanted you to learn. Anyway.
Wow.
Okay, right.
So yeah, we're making a documentary, and I'm the director. And she comes over with her little camcorder, and yeah. So mom, dad say that I'm not allowed to go into abundance because it's dangerous, and so I have to give my camera to someone else to get the footage. But we have a cool thing now, and it just hang on, and she like turns on the camera and points it at your face, Nicked, and it immediately appears on like another screen in the thing. It immediately comes in here, so even if someone like loses the camera or it gets hurt, we still get all the footage, no matter where it is.
Snicked.
Oh,
that
burn it.
Very interesting. Could you just point it in another direction?
Oh, sorry. And then she just points it back at her face and like.
What's the earliest that we could begin this infiltration operation? I'm very mindful that if we travelled here on the M4, then they're gonna have tracked that.
Right. And Jebin comes over. I mean, we were looking at doing it in the next couple of days, but we were thinking doing it at nightfall. They're obviously less active. The spa activities all take place in the day, so we were planning to go at night, but we weren't thinking of tonight. We haven't fully got everything in place, but we could push it up if you wanted.
Do you have a map of the facilities then, based on your previous infiltration?
We do, yeah. Well, not infiltration. We've all worked there for most of our lives, so and it pulls down a little cord, and this map comes down into the middle of the room.
Okay. So, where's your point of entry? What's the plan?
Plan was to, and you can, by all means, we're not professionals at this. We're just, flying by the seat of our pants, and we've been without Tally, so she's normally the one that's good at this stuff. There is a service goods entrance where we normally take the produce. We were going to enter in through there as we have access from the thing, and then we were going to try and break in to get to the lower levels and work our way back up. Most of Abundance is underground. I'm not sure how much you're aware of this. They literally have like a little entry reception up top, and then the service entrance, and then everything else goes into the ground.
My partner often likes to enter through a window or other transparent surface. I don't suppose there are any of those.
That is going to be difficult. There are windows in some of the rooms looking into the corridors and stuff, and it's Abundance, so some of them look like they exit onto the real world, but I will be clear, there might be windows that look like there's a field outside, and it will just be a wall. So I would advise against trying to jump out of windows when you're down there.
Life finds a way. We'll make it work.
I'll say at this point, Sally, you're with Laurie, and yeah. So I thought that this brew-free might be able to help you when you came back, seeing as you didn't have Fruby no more, but you do now. So you don't need him.
I think it'd be better if Boofru stayed here for now, where it's safer. I wouldn't want Boofru to get damaged if you weren't there to fix him up, Do
you think I could be a mechanic like you one day, Sally?
You could be all sorts of things. You can you gotta just keep trying them all, and then get good at everything, and then see what you like best.
I could be like a dancer. Or
sure, you just gotta have a go at it all,
Yeah, could I be a dragon? I'd quite like to be a dragon. Rah! And just starts running around pretending to be a dragon. Okay, right. Well, do you want to go see the new barn? Oh, do you know the new? Actually, you don't. You know that there's a new barn. I don't know why I'm asking you that. I heard the others all going to the barn. So do you want to go to the barn?
I do. I gotta tell him some stuff. You know, I said I hadn't been well, and I keep forgetting things.
Oh yeah. I forget stuff too sometimes.
Well, when you're ill, it's really important that you tell people.
I had a cold the other day, and I sneezed, and then Mom made me blow my nose.
Well, yeah, you just got a responsibility to other people, because you could be bad for them, or maybe they could just help you in some way. So
you gonna make me sick? I don't do that to me.
I don't think so, but now that I think about it, maybe we shouldn't be hanging out here before I told anyone.
Right.
I'm sorry, I wasn't really.
No, that's cool.
Thinking.
I'll go. Okay.
Because it ain't up to me, right?
Yeah, no, I get it. And he walks out, like tears in eyes.
Lori.
No, I understand.
Why are you sad?
Because you don't want to spend time with me no more.
Lori, did I say that?
You did. You said we shouldn't spend time together. That's what you just said.
Without checking with your parents, I said.
Okay, we should go check with them now.
Okay.
All right. And runs towards the bar.
Okay. Not that, but okay. I'm not making sense. Oh, damn. I'm gonna lay eyes on what's going on in the barn from the door. And then I just want to kind of go up to Jebin without doing a big entrance while they're chit-chatting.
Right.
And say, "Hey, Jebin."
Hey, Sally.
I'm just getting myself together a bit. I gotta tell y'all something.
Okay.
Like there's some stuff I gotta explain, but it's kind of gonna be sort of boring grown-up stuff.
Right, do you want to go to the talking tree, or?
Well, it'd be good if it was. I kind of want to get everyone. I kind of want to tell everyone.
All right.
I'll go get everyone. Boring grown-up.
I'll go get everyone. Kino, go get Grandma, Grandpa, and everyone. And Kino rushes. And eventually, I'll say everyone shuffles into the barn. All right, Sally.
Are the kids still here?
Kids are all still here.
So
do you not want the kids here?
The boring grown-up stuff I'm talking about could take some time, so if anyone didn't want to get stuck listening to really boring stuff, maybe now'd be a good time to go play for a bit.
I don't want to, Laurie says, and you see Sully go, okay, we have to go, come on. And Sully grabs the hands of Kino and Laurie and leads them on the barn.
Thank you, Sully. I love her. I'm gonna just give a look at Snicked and Corey. Just look at them. One thumbs up from Snicked.
No. This is gonna start shooting.
Yeah,
I'm a bit worried.
At a moment's hesitation, I will start blasting.
Sorry.
I'm gonna. Oh God. I'm gonna get a chair. I'm gonna get a wooden chair or a stool. And Sally is basically gonna sort of put it forward, plonk it down, sit on this chair, just sort of gripping the seat. You can just see it's very tense, holding tight, and sort of stare at the floor through most of this. And she's gonna say, okay, well, the thing I wanted to say is pretty important. And I think you ought to know. Sorry for not telling you.
Sorry.
Exploded in the corner. Put the grenades away.
Yes, Nick stands there looking very guilty with a pin and a ring on his finger.
Not the time. Okay, so I am not the person that you have spent the last 2 years with. I'm pretty sure I have been suffering some memory problems, so I can't be 100% sure of all of it, but certainly for the last year, I know you've been hanging out with what you thought was me, but that wasn't me. And I've been told, and I believe there's reason to think that it's quite possible that I'm actually a clone. And please. I don't have any secret plans or evil plots that I know of, but I can't guarantee that they didn't mess up my brain, because I keep forgetting stuff, and that's a sign of a messed up brain, apparently. And I don't want to put anyone at risk here in case there is something wrong with me that I don't know about. But I do want to help, and I think Mr. Snicht and Second Lieutenant Vandalier would also like to help. So if y'all are planning something, then, you know, I want to go to Abundance, and then I'm not here with you, and I ain't putting no one in danger.
Dalla, take off your boot.
What's wrong with my boot?
Take your boot off. Take your boot and your sock off.
Which one?
The left one.
Who's that?
Jebin.
I love Jebin. I'm gonna just get a gauge of people's faces after, because I've been psyching myself up to say that.
The Creswells all look very serious about you taking your boot off.
What's the kind of vibe? Do we feel tension?
It's make a sense motive.
I make a sense motive as well. I want to know if they hate me now.
Yeah.
7.
You can't quite get a read. You've not been around many rifleries.
Synthetic 20. Do you know if they hate me?
It's not hate at all. It's concern, and more concern for you than anything else.
I'm gonna unlace my chunky boots and sort of kick it off with my other foot, and then kick my sock off with my other.
Megan goes down and picks up your foot. And,
okay, it's smelly. I'm sorry. It's okay. I have not showered.
She puts it down and goes, I've not seen that one before. Sally, how much do you know about these clones?
What's wrong with my foot? I don't know anything. I don't even remember anything. Last thing I remember was getting to Absalom.
Sally, look at the bottom of your foot. And you look, and there's where your foot's all hairy. You're a Riforian. You've got a fur kind of covering most of you, and there's a little bit where the skin is, the fur is missing, and there's skin underneath, and you can see there's a scar on your foot.
Okay.
That's where the chip normally is.
They put a chip in me?
It's how they control the clones. But you don't have one.
Well,
so if you're a clone, well, it's not there, Thally. Take your other boot off, just in case they put it on the wrong foot. Quickly.
Okay.
It looks like you have one.
And then it went away?
Yeah.
So what does that mean I am?
Well, probably means you're not our Thally. But
I am, though.
You
Even
are.
if I'm someone else, I am.
Sweetheart, we know.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I still love y'all, and I don't want to be no one different.
Right. And Megan pulls you in and gives you a big hug.
Hey.
So wait, she is a clone, but she's not being controlled by Parallel because the chip's been taken out.
Seems like it. That's best guess I've got.
So they ain't
Their
spying on
mind
me,
control thing. It's
but they can't make me do anything now, so I don't have any evil plans inside me that's suddenly going to activate and kill everyone?
No.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, really? Are you sure?
Really. Actually, you two, take your boots off.
I ain't evil.
And Laura, you too. And Laura
evil.
starts taking her shoe off.
I'm gonna take my... Snake doesn't wear boots.
Okay. They're like, lift your foot up.
I'm gonna try and look at the bottom of both my feet at the same time.
Yeah.
Make an acrobatics check.
Ooh. That is... it's an 11.
You sort of do a cool jump, and you don't really see your feet, but you do land again without falling over. But you don't quite see the bottom of your feet.
I'll do them one at a time.
You have nothing there. It's just the bottom of your feet.
Okay. I take my boot off as well.
Nothing there. It's just your foot. And Laura stops.
Oh.
I should I should go. And she pegs it out, and Jebin immediately is after her.
We gotta go. I start chasing after her with Jebin.
Yeah.
You see, she just sort of, and Lara just sort of collapses and goes, "Get it off my foot. Just don't." And as you come out, and she's like holding her foot up to Jebin, and Jebin pulls a knife out.
Please.
Right. You've got healing stuff, right? And Lara, anyone else got anything?
I've got a med patch.
Wait. If this is what I think it is, we can use this.
What are you talking about, Corey?
Look. If you are with them...
I don't think I am.
But if they think you are, then maybe you can go places where we couldn't just by ourselves.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's a good point. Is that what you think I should do? And she looks at you, Thali.
Well, thing is, if they're tracking you, they can do that, right, Snick? They can track you through chips.
Oh, absolutely. They put them in every medikit.
Tracking you
the whole time, and that's already a problem. You taking out now is just going to alert them that we know that there's a problem, right?
Right.
It just means that maybe they can make you do stuff if they wanted at any point.
Sure.
So we gotta take precautions, I guess.
I can't be. Don't let me near the kids.
No.
Look, if I go, I am, and I mean this with all respect, a lot stronger magic-wise than all of you.
Oh, I forgot about that. Is there anything we could do about that?
Could we not?
That is a problem.
Isn't there some way
thing in me?
We could take it up to the very moment? Like if we get in as deep as we can with you sort of taking us, as though we were your captives, maybe? I don't know, something like that. And then at the moment where we spring the trap, we whip it out of you so that you can't be controlled anymore.
All right. I mean, the minute you think maybe we could rig something so I've sort of always
like
got
a grenade.
No, I wasn't thinking that actually. Or like something where.
What if you put the chip into something else that was alive, like a rat or a cat?
But as soon as it's let it go off, and then they chase the rat or the cat.
Yeah, we have a distraction rat.
We don't even know that they're chasing it.
As soon as the chip's out, they'll know, surely.
I think you're probably right.
Thinking, yeah. Not connected anymore.
Okay, what if... Okay, look. Well, I like your idea, Corey. Take it to the limit. Let's make sure I never put shoes on. Right? So my foot's always accessible. And if I turn, you blast my foot off.
That could work.
All right.
Oh, happy to oblige.
All right.
Makes sense.
Ms. Ronell, if you don't want to risk it, you don't gotta just because it might help. It's your foot and your brain and...
Well, it's not mine though, is it?
I think it is. I'm very confused, but I think we're the same right now.
And so, if they've cloned, if I'm a clone, where's the original me?
Abundance, right?
That's where everything's pointing.
So what we got to do then is get in there, not only try and bring down the entire operation of a multi-trillion credit company, but also rescue the original Thaliana and Lara.
Right, and
but
whoever
doing
else
that,
is in there.
think how much stronger our party would be with 2 Andlaras and 2 Thalis.
That is an excellent point.
Is there another Fruby in there?
Fruby.
No,
you do actually, and you do see Fruby is sort of standing there, and then you look behind, and you do see hundreds of fruit bots.
Army of Frubies. Oh, there are some other
They're fruit
robots
bots,
that
not
seem
fruit.
to have been developed in mass.
The only question is will these people even be alive, the original versions? Because we found those tanks, didn't we? And the people we found inside did not look good.
They were at Horizons, so they were trying to fully recreate my tech. Abundance have the originals.
Surely
it might just be that they didn't do it well.
Surely you keep the original in case your clones stop working and you need to make another one.
Right. If the clones are good enough, why didn't you clone the clones?
You don't photocopy a photocopy.
Well, you could.
Yeah, but the resolution's always rubbish. It gets really grainy.
True. It does go down in level every time.
It's important to keep the originals, people. Right.
So, okay. So I stay with you. And if I show any signs of turning, aim for the foot first before you try and kill me.
What if we duct tape a gun to your shin so that it's always pointing at your foot, and then all we need to do is lean down and pull the trigger?
That sounds absolutely insane, Snicked. I love it. Let's do it. She pulls out a gun. And it's like,
yes!
It's like,
yes!
All right then.
I mean, this might not work, but
maybe use some sort of. I just think some sort of a laser so that it'll like maybe cauterize and stop the bleeding. I like.
Right. Yeah, I'd like not to lose my foot entirely, but I'm also happy for that to be the option.
Boy. Okay. I think. Yeah, I think we got to carry on with our plan. Like, either they're not fully tracking us and they don't know what we're doing, in which case let's carry on, or they do, in which case we don't know what they think we're gonna do, what we're supposed to do.
If they've, Jebin, you were saying you were gonna infiltrate in a few days. There's no way they'd know that, but on the off chance, what if we did go tonight?
Wait, Snicked, are they listening through the chip right now?
Hang on.
Can you tell?
That's his foot. Snicked is gonna listen to the chip.
These little chips are. It's probably about a centimeter square.
I have a little microphone in there.
And then it's just because I've got this like faint purpley glow with little specks of green around the edge.
Can I listen to it?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Watch this. Watch me get a nat 20. No.
No.
I got a 14.
Okay. Yeah, it's a chip. It doesn't. You can't see a microphone or anything like that, but it's a chip. Who knows?
So what we're trying to do, Snicked, I don't want to get in the way of your highly technical foot sensing operation there, but just to get
you got like a foot
an idea. If we were going to go tonight, what do we have? We've got Andlara, your ship. We have Andlara.
Right.
You're our major. We have that way in, so potentially some sort of like distraction or at least some sort of infiltrative sort of mechanism. We have us three. We've got the Cresswells.
Fruby.
I don't know how many of them.
Fruby.
We've got Fruby. And we're trying to do 3 things, right? We've got a free Thali, we've got a free Andlara, and we have to find Kim Tester.
I mean, that could be the 3 originals we're looking for. I mean, I'll take anyone who's trapped in there.
I feel like, number one, we got to find anyone we can. I mean, the question is whether number 2, whether we need any additional evidence or whether finding Kim Tester would be enough evidence.
I think Kim Tester would be huge, and I think, well, if we can get another version of you and me out.
2 of anyone?
2 of anyone. And obviously,
I don't know.
Sully's got that camera rigged up, so anything we see
is evidence. Okay, so we're looking for originals. We're looking for people.
Right.
What if we find people who are just spa customers and we don't even know if they have been cloned or they're gonna be cloned? Do we like, if we try and get them out, they're either out in the snow or they're causing a fuss and calling up their butlers and saying like, I've been kidnapped.
I might be able to help with that. And Jebin, we've got a lot of spa uniforms that we've managed to smuggle out.
That's great.
You could pretend, or whoever could pretend to be working for the spa and say there's been an emergency and they need to come with us.
That's great.
That was what we were going to do. That was part of
That's great. Well, I'm so sorry. Please.
Miss Bertram, Berman. Miss Berman. I remember her name.
That's
I remember her name
we always
perfectly. We've
remember
been
her
working
name.
with her
She's
for
great.
ages. Yeah,
we appreciate her a lot. Her name.
She's in there. She knows. I can get a message to her.
She's working there still?
Still.
And Mr. Fortnum? Mr.
Fortnum's not on our side.
Oh, really? Okay. What about... Did you know Bryony?
What, the receptionist?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she left. I'm not quite sure where she is.
That's probably for the best.
Right.
I didn't, she probably didn't need to be mixed up and all that. Okay, sure.
Right.
I just had a nice chat with her and like she was cool, but it's cool. Okay.
Yeah. In a free game.
Yeah, it's cool. I just like, what's Bryony doing? Like a little update on Bryony's life. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
So
yeah, I haven't seen her there for a while.
So
Very
we
good.
are getting a message to Fortnum.
No.
Berman.
Not
Berman.
Mr. Fortnum.
Berman.
He's
No.
not on our
Fortnum.
side.
Don't worry, we
Berman.
can't get a message to Fortnum easily. That would be hard. So.
And we're all dressing up as spa people.
Right.
And then what? And Lara you're going to get us in because they would expect you to come back.
I don't. Sorry, that's
Oh,
not
they
how
know
I
because
talk.
they would know
no,
that they're not.
I don't think
controlling.
I should be leading anyone in. If they've got me in there, they.
Yeah, they know. No.
Right,
The
so we're
one
going
point
the
that
service entrance then. And then
Yeah.
Lara, you just look like a spa person.
Right.
The one point and Lara could be useful is if we were caught as spa people, she could go, I've turned and I've trapped them. Don't worry, I'll take it from here. That gives us a sort of get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
I like it.
God. Okay.
Right.
Try.
Sally, I've just got one other question. Like, you obviously, you left recently from, you're saying you've forgotten a load of stuff, and you think you're the clone, and not the clone, not our Thali for the last couple of years.
Well, I gotta.
Thali went into Abundance 2 months ago to try and find all the people.
Well, I'm gonna go find her.
Right. We just don't know what.
I know
happened
that
to her.
that wasn't me because I was by a black hole for a while with these guys. See.
Black hole. That sounds
and Tom,
real dangerous.
No, it was fine. There was like.
It was
special-
dangerous, points at Tail.
That's where that happened. Okay.
It wasn't a
okay.
black hole, though. That would have been a very different injury.
Right. A non-existent. You would not be here. Injury. Yeah.
But I,
So risk-
yeah, that definitely wasn't me. I can tell you that. Before that, I don't know.
Okay.
But
So there's that separate piece of the puzzle, isn't there? That someone has been cloning Thalys, and someone
multiple
else
times?
presumably has been removing chips from cloned Thalys.
Right.
Times.
It has to be. But why?
Your Thali from 2 months ago, she didn't have nothing in her foot, right?
No, nothing.
So, how did she escape? If she got cloned, how'd she get away after getting cloned and not remember it?
I don't know.
And why would they clone her and then send her to Absalom?
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh no! Wait, Snick, you think I got cloned before I even left?
Well, where else were they going to clone you?
Well, like Absalom, it's a scary place full of dangers. I assumed I went there and terrible things happened because that's the last I remember.
No
So do we-
offense, Taliana, but your memory's not the most concrete thing we should be basing our investigation
No,
off of.
I know. It's just I just make assumptions. You know, it's really hard to not assume that your memory is correct.
GM question.
Mm.
Sorry, timeline. Did the original Thaliana go to Absalom and then come back? Is that what the Cresswells?
Yeah.
think
So
is like?
what Anne Lara's? So that sort of follows Anne Lara's timeline of she met Thali on Absalom. Thali went to Eyes Wide on Absalom. Eyes Wide took on the case, found Lara, and then they went to Triaxis. They went back to Triaxis.
So it's possible that it's possible that sometime that you were in the space in Absalom, you were taken to maybe Parallel because they were trying to make clones and were fucking it up.
It's also possible, out of character, that Thali left Traxxas, went to Absalom, found Lara, came back, became known as a problem, and was cloned at that point, and that somehow a clone version ended up back on Absalom. So, like, that first year, I don't know I don't remember it, but we don't know for sure who was where. All we know is that I don't remember it.
If Eyes Wide are working in conjunction with Parallel, wouldn't it make sense for you to have gone to Eyes Wide, then to have flagged it to Parallel, you to have been kidnapped, then to have made a clone of you to try and send back to Triaxis, and then you escape from Parallel, and then your clone is just in the wind while the real you comes back and is super pumped to fight.
Yeah. I think my only question is, so Eyes Wide took the case and then dropped the case, which to me implied that at some point during that, Parallel got wind of it and got into Eyes Wide. But again, that could have also, that could have happened around that time.
So the question is like, are you a mistake or are you part of the plan?
There's got to have been a mistake, because otherwise there should never be two people running around that something's gone wrong.
But if you're a mistake, then who took your chip out?
Eyes Wide.
And Lara. And Lara number 1. Who's also somewhere.
Look at how proud Bates is in the corner. Look how smug she is.
Because if Lara is a clone as well,
a whole other resistance, I know. But no one knew, so it can't
frantically making notes about what would make sense.
If Lara is like a clone, then the two of you could have got because you met together, the first time, and then
with
both
Eyes Wide
cloned.
at the same time as Eyes Wide. The thing is, Eyes Wide came back to Triaxis and then dropped the case. Is that right, Bates?
That's correct. Yeah.
Which just seems like what?
Which implies that, well, a possibility is that the key people in Eyes Wide were cloned on Triaxis.
It does imply that, yeah.
And then they went back a minute.
And then they went back and then they dropped it. That's what I had previously been assuming, just because of that.
What if Tyver's a clone?
We'll deal with that problem later.
Tyver wouldn't have got fired if Tyver was a clone.
Hey, that means 2 Tyvers.
Everyone you've met's a clone.
Sonia?
Especially Sonia.
Don't do that to me.
You don't want 2 Sonias. That's not what you want.
Wait a second. Definitely do that to me too. Oh my god, this is such amazing.
That's the good ending for Corey.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the ending. The only one I will accept. So is there? So the final. Sorry to go like super deep into.
No,
it.
it's great.
I feel we're so close. Does that mean that you came back? So everything's all normal until you come back to Triaxis, where all the cloning shit is anyway, right?
What I thought, yeah.
You launch some sort of like something, get got.
Yeah.
You and Lara get cloned, and then they try and send you the clones back to Triaxis
back to Absalom. Why would the clone end up back in Absalom? Makes sense.
Well, and Lara's clone would have to go back to Absalom anyway, because that's where she lives, right? The question is why you would end up back there.
Yeah. And why the original has apparently escaped and is carrying the original thorn in their side.
Well, she could have escaped just from. But why doesn't she know she escaped? That's the real question.
Yeah. Also, like, I can't help but think that maybe if I got wind that people maybe knew there were chips in people's feet, I'd start getting more creative with my positioning.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay.
Let's go to abundance.
Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the positioning of the chips. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Right.
I didn't. Talking about 2 Sonias, baby.
I think now is a good time to take a
quick break. Yeah. We will be back shortly while these guys come up with some more ideas. Put your theories in chat.
Put your theories in chat, guys. We're going to be.
I'll steal the best one to be the correct one. No.
You can't. We're pre-recorded.
Right.
Oh no, that's true. Shit.
You lose in chat.
No,
it won't affect
I have to do it. Okay, fine.
Should I roll for our break length?
Yeah, do it.
Yes.
D6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've rolled a 1 again.
No, Simon,
hooray!
this is shit.
Do the thing that we all hate, but for some reason feel obliged to do.
And a reroll. I'm gonna use you can use a command point to reroll that. I got a 1 again. Fuck me! This is how I always roll when I do Warhammer.
We can have as long a break as we want, and you can cut the break to be the right length,
This is true.
Simon.
Okay, so you'll see a 5-minute break. And we'll see. Sorry, Ali's got something in his eye.
So painful.
And we'll be back after these commercial messages, which is just a scrolling list of our patrons' names.
The commercial. We love you.
Thank you very much, patrons. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Bye.
Ish. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. So, you are currently sat outside with Andlara, who has a little chip in her foot. Jebin is there, and you are planning an infiltration of abundance. I am going to say, for the purposes of moving the story along, we're going to skip to the infiltration. We'll say it happens that night. I think that will make sense. Is there anything anyone would like to prepare before they go to abundance?
I never specifically picked a new or different weapon.
Okay.
Partly because when I looked at them, it didn't necessarily look like there was an obvious improvement.
Okay.
Like none of the ones I looked at seemed way better than the ones I have, but I was wondering if I'd interpreted that.
So at level 3, let me check for you. At level 3, you should have. Actually, no, it'd be easier if I Google this.
It's possible. I picked the wrong ones the first time. I also couldn't find all the ones I picked the first time. So.
Yeah.
It's one of those there's so much choice, isn't there? You can really feel that
really
if
There
you
is
were
loads of choice, because then you look at this table and you can only pick a really limited scrap on the table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So what have you got currently?
So I've got a pulsecaster pistol. And Fruby has a semi-automatic pistol, which I could not find on the list. But anyway, mine is 1d4 non-lethal. Fruby's is 1d6 piercing.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that's obviously better than that.
Yeah, so that is a level 1, the semi-automatic auto pistol.
You found it? Okay, good. Okay.
It's a level 1.
Good.
So he can have 2 levels higher than that. So
okay. What can you just tell me something to upgrade those numbers to then?
Yeah, let me just have
I'll just upgrade those numbers because that okay.
Just while you're looking for that, Bates, why did nobody tell me that creature companions were an option, and I could have had a dinosaur?
Oh.
I mean, you on Absalom Station.
Yeah. You can get a
transport.
I could have had a pachycephalosauroid, and you didn't tell me this was an option.
I honestly I didn't know.
I thought you were the one who did all your homework and read the.
Yeah, but I wasn't looking for. I didn't search dinosaurs in the database.
I'll just say you can make that a 2d8 now rather than
lovely.
1d6.
Thank you. That's the kind of simplicity that I.
Let's just upgrade all numbers. Actually, I think that's too high. Let's just do 2d6.
I was going to say that.
So basically, everyone, if you had something that did a 1d something, just make it a 2d something. If you don't want to buy a new weapon,
I'm only upgrading Rubies. I'm not upgrading mine because you said you could only afford one.
I've got 2 pistols now. I've got a regular pistol and I have a flame pistol.
Oh yes, because you bought a new pistol.
Maximum chaos.
I also have a mystery grenade, and I still have that mystery rod from Diamond.
Yeah,
Mr. Rod.
I know.
I've got a slightly better laser gun.
Great. Love a slightly better laser gun. Okay. So night begins to fall on Triaxis. Corey snicked. It's cold here. You chilly.
Yeah, this is more like it.
We've got some coats and stuff if you want some extra layers, and they have various cool looking puffer jackets.
Can I have a
what
detective's trench coat and fedora, not fedora, whatever the proper hat is.
Let's say yes. Oh, a deerstalker, like a.
No, I don't think it's a deerstalker. No, not like a Sherlock
That's a
Holmes
detective
thing.
hat.
Yeah, that is the detective hat.
Like a noir hat.
Oh, okay.
A trilby kind of
yeah,
thing.
you can. Yeah, we'll say they exist. Nick, what would you like?
What kind of fur is this?
There's no. We don't do fur. We're Rathorian, so we don't really like wearing fur.
Oh, good. We're on the same page. Oh, it's synthetic. Oh, I see. Very nice. Very nice. Can I get like a synthetic? Like, I want to get the closest thing to the Ken coat as possible.
You can have the Ken coat in synthetic fur. That's absolutely
like
fine.
the white.
White with the black.
Yeah, it's like
it's
like a pimp coat. I realise.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so you two, Thali, you just feel a lot comfier in the cold. This is just
and a pimp hat.
Right. And then they go, oh, and now we should put the spa stuff on, I guess.
So, yeah.
Coats are lovely, but now you should probably take them off and put the spa uniforms on. And they're all like basically scrubs kind of thing. In this sort of like, they're white with like lime green, like edging and a little golden thing with abundance written on it with the two parallel lines.
Lime green wasn't a colour scheme in Horizons, was it?
No.
I'm trying to remember what the colour scheme was.
Gold.
Make notes on this. I always forget. I get so excited in these episodes. The past few episodes, I've been so excited.
You need to make notes on the colour of the things that you're wearing. And I'll say they also have. So they have some staff uniforms. They also have some spa like guest outfits, which are more like they're just sort of like cotton. They're like cream more than white, and they're just sort of like cotton t-shirts, cotton trousers, but again with the abundance logo on.
We pack some of those and take them. Okay,
great.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And I will say you begin to make your way towards the service entrance. Now, Thali, you know the area well. It's pine trees sort of all around it. It's kind of like an enclosed area, and there is a dirt track that you use to take the goods up to. So who is going with you?
And Lara.
Just and Lara?
God, you can't.
Basically, the Creswells.
Yeah.
For out of game, the Creswells are kind of. They're not going to be super useful. A lot of them are at base doing useful things. Jebin is probably he could be a good lookout if you wanted to take him. But I would say
he's not going to freeze to death if we leave him outside, is he?
The Riforian, no, he'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, good.
With the whole camera,
maybe Jebin could stay outside. The camera's good as well.
The other option is, and Lara could be your lookout if you don't want to take her in.
Oh, we want to take her in.
Yeah, we want her.
How do I find it? Will comms reach?
You've got like mobile phones basically, but you don't know if you can chat to people outside.
Okay. So with the camera, I mean, do we want to one of us take? I feel like Snick would probably be the one to like have the handheld camcorder.
Cute.
Oh yeah,
like Cloverfield.
Like Cloverfield, exactly.
Like Cloverfield.
Excellent.
We're going into the infiltrate.
Total side
so
thing.
Gross.
Has anyone ever seen the horror film Wreck? The Spanish.
I know about it.
I've heard of it.
It freaked me out. Anyway, sorry. That's
on the subject of freaking out. By the way, Pixel Wife has been really getting back into Torchwood recently. And because I don't think she watched the first season.
Or the original series?
The original series
were fucking good.
The specials were great, but
I really liked them.
Season 1 has an episode with a cannibal village. I don't know if people remember.
Yes. Oh no, yeah.
I watched it.
And it
Yanto
fucked
and
me
up.
up.
Because Torchwood's whole setup is they look for
Who.
aliens.
Dark Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They look for aliens and they're like, oh my god, we've got to find all the aliens. And this episode is them going to this village and realizing everyone's a cannibal and being like, oh my god, they're aliens. And then it turns out they're not aliens. They're just fucking cannibal people.
Oh god, they're just awful humans.
They're just awful humans. And it's like everyone's heart just gets ripped out. Like, oh no.
And it's like at the end they ask the main guy, like, why did you do it? And he leans in and just goes, because it made me happy. And it's like, it's the skin crawlingest thing.
Okay, let's
see. So it's just as bad as you remember it, is what I was going to say.
Nearly eat Yanto, and I love Yanto, so
Yanto.
nobody should eat Yanto.
Heart. Okay, so you're approaching, and you can see they've got sort of fences around the edge, with the gate with a little key card thing, which the Creswells have. I'll say, Thali, they give you. You probably didn't have your key card on you, but they give you one that will open the door. And are you just going straight in?
So did we say that Jebin was going to act as our lookout?
Yeah, so Jebin says, I'll wait out here and I'll let you know if I hear anything strange.
I'm going to take Tully's ID.
Tully's ID?
Yeah.
Right.
Probably a good idea.
That's nice. I like that.
Because me being me is much more of a problem than me being Tully.
Okie dokie. So, keycard.
Ooh, do we want to disguise our faces? I mean, we've been sort of messing around this whole...
I can do that for you if you want.
I feel like if we didn't look like ourselves, that would be better. Let's just look like...
You know what?
I guess...
And actually, if... look, it's one of my higher level uses of my powers. And actually, me being toned down a bit by using it on you lot might not be the worst thing in the world.
That's a good point.
So she will cast... I've forgotten the name of the spell. There is a spell that is basically disguise self for a load of people. I think it's Veil or something. Oh no! But either way, whatever she does, she casts the spell, and you can all... And we'll say, for the purposes of you deciding what you want to look like, it kind of gives you the... As she casts... as this sort of magic passes over you, you kind of get this sense of almost like a selection menu popping up in your head, where you can decide, choose your own character. You go into character creation, basically.
Hey, you're finally awake.
And what would you? You can all decide what you kind of want to look like a little bit. I will say it only does. I think you have to be sort of similar size. You can't suddenly become you have to be sort of within your size bracket.
Well, I mean, would Riforian be the most common thing to see on working as a service worker and?
Not necessarily service, but they're common on Triaxis. Yeah.
Let's all be Riforians.
Riforian.
Yeah.
I want to be a real ginger. I want to be like a big ginger cat.
I want to look like exactly the cat version of Snicked. So, the same colour fur. Exactly the same. Just
really mangy.
Yeah, really like a tom cat.
Sally?
Yeah, I'm a big ginger fluffball.
I'm going to take the risk of looking like Tully.
You want to look like Tully? Lovely.
Yeah, but more so.
So you always looked like Tully. You always looked very similar to Tully. But now you just sort of see Thally's sort of... Her face shape changes a bit. Her eyes kind of move slightly around her face. And she still looks... She looks like the person, Tully, that you met. But now is
a good idea, but let's try it.
Nice. Okay. And let me just check. It is concentration, so but she can hold it for a long time. So as you approach the sort of outdoor yard area where there's the gate, Thal, you would know there's gates that open into a yard, and then the service entrance is at the back of this yard. And yeah, so are you going through? What's the plan? Marching.
We're headed for the.
Do we have some produce with us or not? No.
You can absolutely sort of take a crate up.
But the crate would be marked from the farm, and we're not pretending to be from the farm right now, are we? So
that's true.
And are we headed in? Are we looking for some air ducts to get to the bottom levels? That's the plan.
There is a service
entrance.
We're
just going into the building first.
Okay.
And you would also know you have done runs at night before for the kitchen. It's not unheard of for goods to be delivered at strange times of night.
Let's take a crate of goods, so we've got a reason for being here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What goods would you like to take from Creswell Organic Farms?
Really fucking cool fruit.
Really cool fruit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Exotic.
Is Aunt Lara disguised as a Riforian as well?
Yes, she's gone Riforian too.
Great. What would be a cool fruit for Triaxis? Is it would it be something that's actually very
dragon fruit?
Strawberry.
Brussels sprouts.
I feel like it's got to be a cool alien fruit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit spiky. Maybe it's spiky, but then it's not spiky,
dice?
Delicate.
Dice
fruit.
Yes.
It's shaped like a D20 with little spikes on the corners.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. Cool. Little meta. Okay, so you buzz in and beep, gates open, and in the yard there are sort of crates sort of stacked around on top of each other. Actually, everyone make a perception check for me.
What's happening, guys? Guys, it's happening. Don't like it.
We're here.
Natural one.
You're opposite.
Natural one.
Oh,
18. Thank
you
you.
can't get the camera to work.
Damn thing's too cold.
Corey, on the crate, you're sort of on the right, I'll say. On the crates to your right, you see they're more metallic crates, and they're kind of much more built up. And you hear a very low growling coming from inside one of the crates.
Sure, that's fruit.
Okay.
Fruit.
No. Alien
Angry fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, can I get a better sense of what that is? I want to just have a little closer look.
Yeah, make me a go. Yeah, have you taken a profession of anything?
I'm in piloting. No.
Oh yeah,
but...
no.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, if you point it out to Snikt, he can use his.
I will point it out to Snikt.
Profession.
So I'm going to
Snikt,
detect.
What do you think that is?
What, that low buzzing?
No, that's the camcorder. You've done something. It's in rewind. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
No,
Sorry.
You get a message going, record on the camera.
Right, sorry. Yeah, it's the one with the red dot. Yeah, got it.
That crate on the right, among the metal ones. I think I hear something inside.
Fruit doesn't normally make noise, does it? I'm not an expert.
That was my thinking.
Right, hang on. I'm going to sneak over and investigate with my detective brain. I rolled a 14.
Okay. As you go round, it's not hard to see. You actually go round behind one of the crates and you see not a crate but a cage. And inside is a large dog. It's white with blue eyes. Has a collar around its neck. Make a wisdom check, just a straight wisdom.
Wisdom check. Snikt's best
What
characteristic.
colour blue eyes did you say?
White, like a creamy white.
12.
Okay. Looks familiar.
Does it look like it's struggling in the cold?
Doesn't look too bad in the cold. It sees you, and sort of does that thing dogs do, where they tilt its head and goes.
Snikt is going to tilt his head and bark back.
Of course he is.
You see it like sort of sniffs.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I don't recognise who it is.
What are you doing?
Well, it's just a dog. I'm just going to go back to Cora, but it's a dog.
Okay, well, sorry, I thought it might have been something important. Never mind.
Big white dog.
How big?
Like a 2-year-old dog.
Yeah, okay, not big, like small, right?
Pretty big.
Like a
breed?
Siberian, what's it called?
I know no one has
Pyrenean
life
mountain
sciences, and you
dog.
can't technically make these checks, but
Okay.
it's a big dog. Like, yeah, Pyrenean mountain dog. But
Love Pyrenean.
That's big.
it kind of looks like a big, actually, white Alsatian kind of vibe. Actually, Snikt, no one's got life sciences, do they?
No.
Boo. Okay, fine.
Let me double check.
I do
I've got-
have life sciences, but I
I
rolled
put a point. I put a load of points in it. No,
Oh, and then yes,
that
you
must
have it.
be. I put a rank in it. No,
Yeah,
I
that means
didn't.
you're trained in it. Yeah.
Why didn't I click it? Oh, because I have life science because I'm a fucking farmer. Yeah, I have life science. That's why.
Cool.
I'm a fucking farmer.
Roll a life science. If you go to look at it.
I'll peek my head round. Sure. Oh, that's a 23.
It's a blink dog.
That's it.
How can it be
Weird that
trapped
it's in a
the thing?
cage.
Yeah.
How can we blink in and out of things?
You do look at the cage, and it's kind of got a faint aura around
Can I throw
it.
some snow at the cage?
It just sort of evaporates on the edge of the bars.
Yeah, I ain't touching that.
Evaporates? No, sort of. Zzz.
What's the word when it goes straight to
Sublimates.
Sublimate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Been ready with that answer for a while.
Such a cool
I don't know.
word.
I feel like this is a way that we could cause some chaos if we wanted to do that, but I feel like that's not the plan.
Yeah, we
right?
want to go in
just wanna-
undetected.
We just want to
Yeah.
get in there and okay, let's just keep going. Let's just.
So you get to the service entrance, and it's like basically there's a shelter kind of in the back of this yard, and it calls a lift. And Thali, you used to often just put the crate in and then send the lift down and not go down yourself. But you're obviously planning to go in the lift.
Thali, when we're going down there, is there going to be lots of people? Like, We're gonna have to come up with a backstory, like, oh, we've got the fruit here for testing. Need to make sure that it rolls well, or something like that. Like, what's? Do we need to talk to people?
Maybe we say it's for the kitchen, and it's got a very short shelf life, so it needs to be either used or flash frozen quite quickly.
It's critical that we get it there in time. Okay.
So we need to take it through quickly. Okay.
Maybe.
And would they normally expect people to come down in this goods lift?
They do sometimes. It's not unheard of.
Yeah, let's get in and go.
All right. You head down in the lift, and doors open the other side, and you see Ms. Bermond as the doors open. She is a Riforian, but she's got almost like gingery hair. She's a lot older. She's actually a summer Riforian, not a winter Riforian. And so she's sort of got red ginger hair and sort of little red like her nose is red and little red fingernails and things. And she's wearing the spa uniform. Thally?
How did you know? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Tully. Sorry, I forgot. You all look different. Tully, what are you doing coming down here?
Oh, hi. I'm not really Tully.
Oh, right. I thought you were way too young to be coming down here. Are you?
Yeah.
Which one are you? Are you Megan? Are you Jevin? Jevin, if you decide to look like Tully, that's weird.
Yeah, I'd rather not say at this point because it could lead to a longer conversation.
Anyway, come in.
Okay.
I've decided to take on the managering duties tonight. I gave the others a night off to get you guys in. Look, how are you feeling?
We're feeling okay.
Okay, great. Okay, well,
should we not be?
I'll.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. I'm just nervous about tonight. You
know,
know,
I'm nervous too. I didn't. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like.
Oh yeah, no, I was just general
like
checking.
medically, we're great.
Okay,
I just
sorry.
wanted to check on you.
Okay.
Look, I can get you part of the way in. Obviously, I can't get you down to the lower levels. You'll have to do that yourself. But I can get you, down a couple of floors.
Have you got any? I don't suppose you got any top tips for getting anyone out of here quick.
Out quick.
Out quick.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
I mean, if you can get one of the lifts to work, I mean that's the surefire way. But it's underground. It's not.
Who all has lift access?
Fortnum. And the mechanics do.
There's not any waste chute or anything like that?
There probably is. Yeah, I didn't really think about what is in from down the bottom to throw it out top.
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably
wouldn't lead
is
to some
actually.
Sort of trash compactor situation.
I don't. You know what? There probably is. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly try it.
Find a bin and see where the bin goes.
If there is a trash compactor, if you could just make sure that isn't operational.
Operate, right? Yeah, that would be a bad
great.
thing to do. Yeah, I will do that. Okay, cool. Well, good luck. And she sort of takes the crate from you and goes, "I'm gonna put these in the fridge because das fruit they need to get straight refrigerated."
Yeah, okay.
There's
but
no way we could plug you into our radio comms network, is there?
I mean, you can call me, I guess. Like, yeah, that's
Is there
fine.
signal down here?
Can we make a group chat? That's probably the easiest.
Let's make a group chat.
Right? I know that we're all in a
group
million
chat.
group chats, but could we just make
sounds
one
great.
more?
Very incriminating, though, is if we get caught, isn't it?
No, just say that you've forgotten your passcode. It's ironclad.
All right. Okay. Should not have installed fingerprint recognition. Okay.
Biometrics.
I lost my finger. Actually, it's a tragic story. Yeah.
Right, now I don't know what the security measures and everything are down there, but there's going to be some stuff. So, yeah, I can get you down to the guest floors, and then after that, you're on your own.
That works, and hopefully.
So she goes over to a separate lift on the other side, bings her key card, and you go in, and she presses the button. Right. Good luck.
So we've left the fruit now, or we still got the fruit?
She's
taking the fruit.
I'm gonna go put it in the refrigerator
because actually, yeah, it's
important.
I just
it's good quality das fruit. I know it was all like just to get in, but this is good shit. Right, you head down. And ping, the doors open, and everything up until now has been fairly like sterile metal surfaces, very backroom kitchen kind of vibe. You now open into, it almost feels oddly familiar. Marble floors, very Horizon space, but with a slightly more hint of lime green. There were gold flecks in the marble in Horizons. Here there are little lime green flecks, and you're walking down. Ahead of you you come to a T-junction out of the lift, and there's like this again indoor waterfall, kind of, it's all soothing music, sunset lamps. That it's like those kind of lighting all over. Everything's just very, very soothing. There's just a sort of a gentle, almost ASMR-y kind of music playing in the background, and it's all just very peaceful.
People just sat in like very white chairs going, oh.
There are a lot of white chairs. You don't actually see anyone. You're just in a corridor.
Oh, okay.
But, and you actually, as you go to the waterfall on the other side, so the waterfall's in front of you, T-junction, and the T-junction has sort of rooms along the edges.
Right. So hang on, what are we looking for? Are we looking for clone storage first? Sorry, not clone storage, original storage.
We gotta get.
Yeah, that's it.
Down to the lower levels, because this is where all the guests hang out and it's all pretty. We got to get, behind the scenes.
So if you're a guest,
got to look for a way down.
So
for a way to make that elevator work.
They treat the guests. They
The guests
lure
having a
people in
great
as guests.
time. Yeah, they get spas. They got all sorts.
But
they might
is it the
also
guests who get cloned?
Well, yeah. Then sometimes they get cloned too, secretly. That's got to be a bit of a bummer. Didn't mention that in the brochure.
If they are getting cloned, does that mean that they get whipped out of the spa and put in a tank somewhere, or are they still in the spa, just being cloned?
So the way that what Grenlock Lacuna Beach really is, even though this is all like very lovely and nice place to stay, it's based on Abundance is based on Grenlock Lacuna Beach, which is a VR experience. So it's such a realistic VR that you feel like you're on a beach or on a snowy mountain, whatever you want to go. And Lara's tech only literally requires a pod for people for the spa. So they would happily get into pods because that is why they're there.
But I think then what happens is if you want to like grow a clone, you got to do that somewhere else, because that's when they're scanning people, taking all their data. They got to grow the clone somewhere else. If they want people out of the way, they got to hide them somewhere else.
So the clones will be somewhere else, but the people who are being cloned, the primes, are going to be in the spa.
Here. Well, while they're being cloned. After that, they don't need to stay in the spa. You need to have the new batch of people in, right? You're not going to keep them all there.
Right, but if you're moving a body of someone, there's got to be...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be lots of stairs. There's got to be easy access to wherever they're storing the originals. There's got to be some kind of service lift, right? There's
lifts, but we don't got a key card for the lifts.
If only we had someone who was really good at robotics.
Hey, that's me. I could maybe try and get in there anyway. I'm good at that kind of thing.
You do see at the end there is another lift.
Not good at TTRPGs, but I'm good at robotics.
That was such a... Like, Hermione Granger, are you a witch or not?
Oh, yeah. Get me ahead of me. Right, I could... Yeah, this is what I do now. I make computers do things that they're not supposed to do. I'm like basically a criminal.
Now
I do crime now.
I've been watching Thaliana, and over the past, say, 2 levels, I have trained up in engineering rather than computers. Because is there any way I can assist Thaliana?
Oh, yeah. So roll your engineering, and then.
Fuck! I cannot roll today. 11.
That's all you need. You need the 10 to get. So then, Thali, you get a +2.
Hey! I'm handing you the tools.
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling computers.
Use this.
26.
You needed. Excellent.
Ooh, is that literally what I needed?
It was 24. And then you see the lift doors, bing, open, and you walk in.
That works.
I was wondering if you would go that way or not. It's genuinely.
I wouldn't have because I'm oblivious to how anything works. But
also, I like the idea that you put your little like computer thing like over the bit where the key card would go, and it kind of like mocks it.
Snick's is definitely going to get the screen out on the camcorder. Right, we're going down into the deeper bits. We got the surface. Kind of gestures very shaky with the camera. Right, we're going down.
I think you find that like Corey is actually a little bit sort of like self-conscious on camera, as in he is obviously trying to make himself look a little bit better.
100%.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love
like,
it.
Just sort of occasionally like posing with an eyebrow.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
This way.
flexing the butt cheeks.
Walking in a weird way.
Doing the mantis dance.
And Lara sort of stops before getting in the lift and goes, when we go down there, I'm really worried about what I could do.
I'm gonna blow your foot off.
Yeah,
No,
don't
I'm
worry.
really worried too. No, we'll blow your foot off.
Did we tape the gun to her foot?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Not suspicious looking at all.
Not weird.
Does that mean that all we have to
Well,
do
she's
is leap for the
disguised, so
gun?
you can't-
We leap for the gun,
Well, you
pull the
can't
trigger.
currently see the gun because the gun. She's disguised
So we've got to leap for the
herself to
foot,
not-
scrabble to find the gun, and
Find
then
the
pull
gun,
the trigger.
yes.
Terrible plan. Okay. Oh boy.
Well, at any point, like, so basically, will all three of us start unloading on Anne Lara's foot if at any point we feel...
She just has to get like one shield spell up.
No, don't think about that. That's a problem for
Okay.
future
Don't
us.
think about that.
Okay. Future us. Future us.
Future you.
Okay.
Okay, so you go into the lift. There are 2 buttons. One says -2 and one says -3.
Bigger number, better, right?
I feel like bigger is better.
Yeah, bigger is always better. I feel like Anne Lara is... Because the point of having her there is so that if someone calls us out, Anne Lara can say, I'm a clone.
I hate
Don't
that
worry.
I hate this plan, but sure, yeah.
I've got it. And then we get that. Otherwise, we could just leave her here, right? It's...
But then they could activate. They could activate.
I just want to
her
see what
up here.
happens. Basically.
They could, better that we know what's going to happen with her rather than she could just be a random like rogue agent.
Right, if I go wrong, I could hurt the people up here. Nope, that's not the accent.
If I go wrong,
If I go
Sean,
then
come back to us, Sean.
Sorry, Sean. I'm here.
For England, James.
Yeah, if
no.
I don't know what's happening, then no. If you don't know what's happening with me, then you don't know whether to trust me. So I'll stay with you.
Yeah.
I think it's
Sounds
for the
good.
best.
All right.
So.
Okay. -3.
Oh my god, this plan. Right, yeah.
Ding. The lift door's open, and you're in a corridor. Nice. Again, you're back to like service kind of metal everywhere. No,
Good.
no pretty marble. No soothing music. It is a short corridor that it opens onto. There are 2 doors. Neither of them are labelled. One at the very end, one on the side wall.
Do either of them have windows?
Nope.
I picked the one on the side.
Are there any marks on the floor which show where trolleys might have been wheeled into one and not the other?
Oh.
Make a perception check, Mr.
Hashtag
Detective.
detective.
Was this an opportunity? Is this an opportunity
fucked
to
it up.
take 10? Maybe.
Oh,
Would be an
fuck yes!
opportunity. Oh, we
No,
never do that.
I-
Yeah,
I
you should,
rolled. I
yeah.
rolled by mistake.
No,
No,
I already
don't worry,
rolled.
it's okay, I'll let you take 10 on this. You can't see any trolley marks on the floor leading to either of
Just
them. I'm
such
afraid.
good teamwork, though, Snicked. Yes, I just high-five Snicked.
Ah! No, I wasn't expecting it, Corey. Yeah.
I will say you've taken 10. With the 10, you do see on the wall.
is that 1 minute?
10 minutes, right?
There's 1 minute, isn't it?
No, I think
It's
it's
taking
only-
10 rounds of 6 seconds.
No, I think.
We never remember.
Unless you have an ability. It doesn't actually say. I think it is just like an action. You attempt to wander. Other times. Yeah, it's not immediate danger, but it is still quite. It's still like you've got a bit of time, but it's not like you're not making the check in immediate danger.
Yeah.
So you do know with the 10, you do notice that on the wall to the right, is a little number panel.
On the right-hand door, not the far door.
No, so there's one door to your left, and then the far door, and then on the wall on the right. Literally almost as you come out of the lift, there is a little panel.
like a digit panel.
Just a digit panel. Yeah.
Right. Surely you would design this such that you had to carry the bodies for as little time as possible. So
Okay.
it would be the one opposite the lift.
The
Well, hang
closest
on.
door.
We've got this panel. Is there any way of doing the thing from many computer games where we just see if we can see like grease or whether some of the numbers are
worn down
on
a
the
bit or
panel?
something?
Oh,
yeah,
that
go
kind
on.
of a panel.
I came with my
see.
detecting shoes on.
Yeah,
Great. I thought-
Snix, can you maybe
that's a
Snix, can you have a look? You're our man with
I would say that's do
Batman.
your profession.
Snick
Right,
gets
this
his
is
eyes
I'll
like
help.
detective.
Can I
his
help?
eyes like 2 millimeters from the.
What are you doing to help?
What am I doing to help? I will hold him up to the panel, which he can't reach.
Okay, make an athletics check, and if you hit 10, then you can.
Daddy child.
He can have +2.
How about acrobatics?
No, athletics.
Okay, then 2.
Okay, so you don't hit the. So you don't get to help Snake. I will say you can still lift him up.
Hold you up and fail.
Hold me steady, Corey. Hold me steady. All right, so it's just on my profession modifier. Oh, for fuck's sake, I cannot roll today. Is this dice weighted?
I'm with you.
That's an 11.
It's not okay. You can't quite work it out.
We're such bad detectives.
I have not rolled, I think, above about a 5 in all of my rolls today on my D20.
Where's everyone standing? Just so I know.
Well, I'm
No,
next to the
Ethan.
panel.
I was going towards one of the doors, but
Underneath
I've
Nick.
stopped and turned back.
Cool. Darling,
Fuck.
make a reflex save for me.
I remember that. 13.
You fail. You walk through and you hear. To be fair, it would have been very hard to succeed in this one. And you feel, as you walk, you sort of. You don't feel anything, but suddenly you see these beams of light across the room, and you see one going into your side, and then you hear, ding, 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 and a little light starts flashing in the corner, and the door on the far end opens, and a robot walks out.
Oh no!
A little gun aims towards you, and you hear intruder, intruder. Everyone roll initiative.
Well, that was about what I expected.
Oh god, who's gonna shoot Aunt Laura's foot off? Like, whose job is that?
Maybe the robot will do it for you.
Maybe, yeah. Aim for the foot! The foot!
Okay.
Okay. 13.
Okie dokie.
We're going up in the world.
20.
Nice.
16.
Corey, 20.
Also, I keep forgetting to narrate Fruby being here, but
16.
I'm
We
assuming
assume.
Fruby's
So did you say
always
13,
around.
Snick?
Yes, 13.
Oh, and Laura is here too. Where's my Laura page? Oh, she can't roll initiative for shit though. Okay, cool. Corey, you're up first.
Can I do? Will you allow me a moment of metagaming, GM? Is that all right?
Sure. What's your metagaming?
Snicked, what's your kind of how shoosty are you? Are you like would it be helpful for you to get shooting immediately?
Well,
before
the
anything
extra
happens?
weapon I got is fire damage, so I don't think it's going to do very much against a robot.
Okay, all right. I'll
so
just.
I've got the thing is I've got the pistol, I've got mystery rod and mystery grenade, and I think at some point in this fight I'm going to test out at least one of them, but I don't know what they do. So there's the error bar on my effectiveness is very large.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, then I guess I'll just Oh, balls. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're doing this, aren't we? Oh, fuck. Oh shit! And Laura's foot. I think.
It's
Well,
not a
we've blown it,
problem right now. What?
but we've blown it now, right? Like, as in
No.
they've.
No,
they know-
not necessarily. Do not start shooting at Laura's foot. Like, whoever is like maybe controlling Ed Lara and maybe is known we're here all along is like we don't know and we can't do anything.
It's
about it
probably
until...
not an automated system. It's not the kind of thing that would immediately, as soon as an intruder alert goes
No.
off in abundance,
One
every
place,
clone
no.
is like, must destroy capitalism.
No. Also, this robot might be an automatic system, you know, that's not.
Okay.
It's only connected to here. Like, don't shoot
As
Ed
soon,
Lara's foot off
as
right
soon
now.
as anything
No.
goes wrong, I like we
Yeah.
fail a
Oh,
key
well, kill
patch.
it.
Bang!
I think you see me looking at the foot, and then
She just goes, "I'm fine."
Okay, all right, then I'll turn, and what you see is I pull out another kind of, but the gun I've taken out is basically like a larger version of my original gun. What you can see is on the side of it's got like a hopper, almost like a paintball hopper, and I can basically jam another cartridge in there. So you see me, instead of my movement action, go shove another cartridge in, like set it against my shoulder, down the barrel, and I'm gonna take my shot at this robot.
Do it.
Holy shit. I mean, maybe that hits. It's a...
Is it kinetic or energy?
It's fire, so
it's energy.
That's energy. Yeah, but it's only a 9, so to hit.
9 does not hit. Great. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Sally.
I will say, oops.
Oops.
Oops. Take some steps. Having sort of taken some steps down the corridor, look back, realize like, oh, that's not good. Take some steps back again, and take up my position behind Ruby, my favorite place to be. And have Ruby shoot the robot.
Ruby's.
I guess.
This giant gun. It's bigger now. The gun on Ruby. Sally has upgraded it.
At Diamonds, yeah. Okay.
Love you, Diamond. I'm going to send her a card after this, if we survive.
Love you, Diamond.
I have forgotten. What do you add to your basic attack bonus? There's something else that you add, isn't there?
It will be for ranged. Sorry, I have to look it up every time.
Sorry. Oh no, I got it here. Sorry, I did.
You got it.
I just hadn't. I was looking in the wrong place. There are many places to look. Okay, so Ruby is gonna shoot. Had it? No, I've lost it. Oh, there we go. That is 17
to hit. On what kind of damage? Sorry, kinetic or what was the damage?
Piercing. P.
It actually doesn't matter. It hits. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my damage. 8.
8
Whoa!
Yes. Damage.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. You so the robot is kind of iRobot with Will Smith.
I do.
Take the face off.
Humanoid.
Yeah, but it's got like big shoulders, and the gun kind of comes out from one of the shoulders. It's kind of. Oh, actually, I can send you.
It's like that picture I sent in the chat the other day of what I imagine Ruby looks like.
It is more like that, yeah.
A Castellan class mechanical
robot. I just nat 20'd on my little non-lethal pistol.
Great. In which case,
what happens?
You get the card.
The cards.
What does that mean? What? I get a card.
Deck. Yeah. Do you remember? We've got the critical hit deck now. Thanks, Paizo.
Oh.
Okay. Give me a number. Roll or tell me. Either roll a d10.
Okay. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. What kind of energy does your other pistol do?
Electric.
Oh.
Electric.
This is the perfect time for a crit.
Surely that's good.
It's a pulse caster pistol. It does not make
wow.
damage. In case I don't want to kill the pests because of the ecosystem.
Okay, it says make an additional attack without. So you get to do your critical hit and any critical damage that your gun does. It should say on the gun if it does. If it doesn't, you don't add anything extra. Or I think you maybe do. Let's just still double the dice as well. And then you also with this card, make an additional attack without expending additional ammunition, as if the attack had the blast weapon special property. So basically, you get to fire again.
Yay!
Wow.
Okay, so I'll
do your damage from it first.
Should I roll twice or double it?
Double it.
Okay, that is 6 points of damage.
Doubled already.
Already doubled.
Yep.
Because I've only got 2-4. I rolled 3, so that was nice.
And then fire again.
I'm gonna fire again with my little gun. I was like, oops, and then I'm like, I'm so on
shit, 6, bang, bang, bang.
19.
That hits.
Absolutely
God,
Yeah.
Diana's a weapon.
Yeah. I was only 1 that time. Though.
Okay, yeah, you don't double that one. So, but very nice, very good.
15 points of damage.
That's.
I thought it was
in
a
that
rogue
round,
pigeon.
It's 15.
I thought it was coming from my dice fruit.
Fruby.
Fruby.
Good job.
That does bring it to the robot's turn, who is going to fire at you, Thaliana.
Oh, hey.
But
she is behind Fruby.
Behind Fruby.
Oh, yes, you've got the thing. Okay, he'll fire at Fruby.
I don't know if that's
Another robot?
actually
You're not
anything,
me.
Oh, actually, sorry, it's not going to do that. It's going to. You see a charge. It's from its base. It kind of like charges up. It crackles, and this electricity jumps out, and it's going to cast an arc. To how many people can it do? Up to 4 creatures. So Ruby, Thali, let's just say you 4. It will leave and last.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everyone make a reflex save.
Ooh, come on, operative.
Is this an area of effect?
Okay, I just want to point out,
It's jumping. It's not an area.
as an operative, if I make this, I take no damage.
Okay. Yeah, this is to take half.
Rolling well today.
24.
4.
You made it.
11.
24 as well. 11.
24 as well.
Okay, Corey, you don't make the save. Fruby as well.
Fruby, shit. A reflex save for Fruby. Really gets a +1. You got a natural 20.
Okay, Fruby is fine.
That's
I will say
fine.
with the natural 20, Fruby takes no damage as well. Snick takes no damage. Corey, you take 5 points of damage. Thali, you take 2 points of damage. We'll round down and be nice.
Could have been worse.
And it starts ching, 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 and it moves up basically up into melee with all of you.
Oh, so it's in melee range.
Does it do that? Yeah, it does. Yeah, fuck it, it does. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a melee attack. Let's do it. Yeah, it stays up. So it gets up close. That brings us to Snick.
Can I attempt to do a trick attack?
You can. This is your operative thing.
Yeah, so I can trick or startle if I can. As a full action, I can move up to my full speed, whether or not I moved. I then make an attack with a melee weapon or a small arm. Just before making your attack, attempt a bluff, intimidate, or stealth check.
Yep.
With a DC equal to 20 plus your target's challenge rating. And if I succeed, I deal 1d8 additional damage.
20 plus your target. Okay, cool.
So I'll try to do a
Challenge
stealth.
rating 3.
I'm going to try and do a stealth check here.
Oh, yeah. So you need a 23.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and like juke out of the way because I already danced past the energy discharge. I'm going to try out this metal rod because it's the only other melee thing I have is a knife. I want to see what this thing does. So
Okay.
yeah. So
I only know of like one rod from D&D, and I'm like, that's not going to be useful.
I don't know
There are a lot of
anything
rods.
about this.
There are a lot of rods
Hey,
in D&D.
if Diamond had this,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
She didn't know what it was though. She nicked it off someone else.
If Diamond doesn't know what it is,
Then it's gonna be
It's gonna
great.
be good.
So I'll try and do the stealth check to juke out of the way. I got that's a 16.
Okay, so you don't get the extra trick attack.
Okay.
Right. You're not going to get to add anything to roll to hit with this.
Okay.
So just roll your dice.
So this is my just standard melee?
No.
Oh,
just roll the dice. Yeah.
Right.
It's not a melee weapon that you're trying to attack with.
4.
Or you don't hit with the thing, but as you sort of go to hit this sort of little rod onto this creature, I'll say in the back corner, where there was sort of like some metal on the wall, you see them kind of, it suddenly bends and like transforms into, I'm not joking, 3 grenades and fly into your pockets. They literally, so the spell, it was a magic wand, technically, with the junk grenade spell in. So look up the junk grenade spell, cast it at first level.
the rod of grenades.
The rod of give Snicked more grenades. What could go wrong?
Junk grenades, Starfinder. Let's have a look at this.
It's level 1 you've got, just so you know.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm waiting for the internet to catch up. So I just have 3 extra grenades in my pocket.
You now have 3 extra grenades, yeah. They do 1d6 piercing damage and explode with a radius of 10 feet.
Junk grenades?
Mm-hmm. It's made from, like, junk.
Oh, I'm not seeing them on the...
I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's not. No. It's a spell. It's not a...
Oh.
Cast a spell. I've sent it to you.
So what grenades do I have?
I've sent it to the WhatsApp. You have chunk grenades. Okay, that brings us to and Lara. I'm going to roll something.
Can it be fine?
She rolled that 20.
She rolled that 20, Ali.
And Lara looks over.
Fine, Ali. Don't shoot her foot.
It's getting a bit jumpy over here.
And she is going to, she's going to cast Energy Ray at the robot. Rolls a nat 1. So you see this arc of electricity go back towards the robot. Pretty much the only way Lara can miss on this robot. And it sort of bounces off the back wall. And she goes, fuck. And that, I will say, is her turn. Corey, this is you.
All right, shoot again. But again, so don't move.
So you're in close range now. So
does that give me?
I think it's a penalty. I think it's it's not disadvantage. I think it's like -2. I think. I don't know. Let's say it's -1 because I don't know.
On the attack roll.
Yeah.
If it's in melee now, does that mean ranged things are at advantage, or you just roll the same but you roll melee instead of ranged?
No. It means disadvantage for ranged.
I thought that Fruby was standing between us and the.
I guess Fruby is. Oh, go on. You can have your ranged attack like normal.
Thank you.
God, I'm too nice to you,
dice. I'm going
fuckers.
to change the dice. I'm going to change this dice. Yes. Knew that would work. 20.
20 hits. Roll your damage. What kind of damage is it? It's fire, isn't it?
It's 2d6 fire damage.
Go for it.
5.
Nice. Okie dokie. Lovely. That is everything.
Yep.
That brings us back to Thali. You can see the robot is kind of starting to stagger a little bit. It's not looking as good as it was.
Oh, I should have updated Freebie's melee. Freebie's right up there, right? So
Freebie is in.
Use melee.
Freebie is the only one who can't use ranged.
Yeah, I will. Freebie, big sort of battle staff, extendable. Yeah. Comes out. Oh, I don't have. I don't have a melee modifier. Good +2 strength though.
On your base attack as well. Yeah, just add your strength and base
Probably
attack.
Strength, isn't it?
Yeah, just go with that. Yeah.
You know, assume it is.
We're assuming.
Oh no, that's no good. 11
does not hit.
I'm
afraid it bounces off the armor.
Okay, I will try another pew pew, which will let me have ranged, yeah?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Again!
Oh my god!
I'll swap dice after.
No.
Don't.
So
You're
roll
making up
damage,
for
double
my
it,
dice.
and then
And
roll a
mine.
d10 so I can find a card as well. Do the d10 first.
Okay, the D10 is an 8. And my I'm going to roll a D4 and then double it. Is
You bastard.
a 2 doubled to a 4. Happy.
Okay, so you've done 4 damage. With the critical effect, the target is staggered for 1 round and cannot attack. It says boom headshot as the
Boom! Headshot!
Oh my days.
So that's the robot's turn. These cards are really cool, by the way. I mean,
Thali set off this alarm, but my god, is she made up for it?
Yeah. Right. That's the robot's turn. Can't fucking do anything.
Oh, fuck my eye!
You see it goes. It glitches for a little bit. Snicked.
So I assume. I mean, it doesn't say that I can't do this. I don't think I should be allowed to make a trick attack multiple turns in a row. I feel like that should
absolutely can. I think that's your thing. You didn't even make it last time.
I know, but it just feels a bit weird that you can like trick someone and then just keep tricking them.
You didn't manage to trick them the first time.
If it doesn't say that you can't, then you can do it. And I don't think it's like. I think it's like you duck one way and then slash them the other.
It's like,
do you know what I mean?
attack.
It's not the same as. It's not like you were hidden. It could be you were hidden in shadows and then you hit them. It could also be you're bluffing because you're bluffing that you're going to stab them this way, and instead you stab them the other way. Right?
Well, I'll try that then. So I'm going to do the same thing as last time, but I'm going to use a knife this time. By the way, is the rod a one-use thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Sad.
Grenade.
I like the idea of just being able to whip grenades into my pocket. That sounds
Hit him
amazing.
with a grenade.
Yeah, no, I can't let you have an
Unlimited supply of grenades.
grenades.
So yes, I will duke the other way now with my knife and try and go for like a fuel line.
Yeah, nice. Go for it.
So trick attack first. So I'm going to do the stealth. I roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you 23.
29.
Nice. You do it. Go for it. Trick attack.
So get 1d8 extra damage.
Nice.
That's a d. That's 8.
Shit. Okay. And is that including your other damage? Is that all the total damage?
No, that's the extra.
Okay.
Damage. And then I do the knife.
First.
And then I do the
1d4
dice attack. No, I have to roll to hit for the.
Oh yes,
now.
of course. Yeah.
Also, the target is flat-footed against my attack.
Okay, so it's -2 to its AC, so it's easier to hit.
Okay, so I rolled a nat 20.
I'm so proud of y'all, God. Okay, so you definitely hit. Roll me a d10 so you can get your card.
Yeah. D10.
This is how it's done.
Dice. Yeah.
This is how it's done.
I got a 3.
Okay, and then roll your damage and double it.
So because I've got my operative's edge, is that the right? Well, yeah. So I get an extra. I'm D4 plus 1.
D4 plus 1. Okay, so just double the dice.
I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Okay,
That's
so
9.
That's 9. Okay.
Oh!
You hit it, and this robot is like staggering, and it also your bonus effect is the target cannot benefit from non-magical healing for 1d4 days, which is incredible because that is one of the things it can do. It can heal.
No.
Oh wow!
And it is looking. It's looking real dead, like not dead, but like about to die. And Lara is going to roll her thing, makes it, and then again is going to send an energy ray. She is not going to waste high level spells while things are. Yeah, perfect. And then you see this arc of electricity sort of jolts out of Andlara's hand, and the robot clunks to the floor. I'm sorry that Andlara got the killing blow, but it had 1 hit point left.
Oh wow!
Even though you rolled max damage on that attack, and I feel really bad that you rolled. Oh, I wonder if you could have doubled your trick attack with the nat 20. I don't know.
No, because it was separate. It was
a separate. It's like
thing.
a stab thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. But okay. This security robot now is like flat on the floor.
Is the alarm still going?
badass?
The alarm has stopped.
You're both badasses.
I think I set off some kind of an alarm.
Yeah, when I said the error bar on my effectiveness was large.
You do hear the lift moving behind you.
Oh, we better get into one of those doors.
Oh, I should have stopped that.
Okay.
Go left.
Wait,
came out of the far one.
The robot came out of a room. The doors opened. Are those doors still open?
They closed behind it.
What did we see? What was
That's
inside?
gotta be robot storage, right?
Too busy.
Okay.
That's the
go
robot
left.
storage room.
Okay.
Let's go to the other one.
As you enter the room on the left, it almost looks familiar. You see these pods around the side.
Pod squad.
They are see-through. There are 7 in the room. There are 4 of them are empty. In one is a elderly-looking human man. In the other is a black-winged Strix, who you do recognize as being the Strix you saw at the party. So this sort of angel.
Oh yeah.
Ebony angel.
God. But they were just some party person. We don't know actually.
And sorry.
Everyone in Absalom is
And
fucking...
then in the other person, it's hard to recognize her without her usual very colorful clothing. Instead of being in these sort of plain pajamas, you see unmistakably the grayscale skin of Aubrey.
Oh. Luto was a puppy. Luto wasn't a small dog. Luto was a puppy.
Aubrey emailed you with a headline saying, I'm going on holiday.
Oh, she went. She went on holiday. Oh, on holiday. Oh, it's so not important enough to clone. They're literally cloning everyone. This is such a problem.
We will now end it there.
Oh no.
Okay.
When that you ignored that Aubrey email, I was like, okie dokie. I was like, cool. They've ignored the I'm going to Abundance. See ya.
Such a kooky old lady. She was just going on a nice holiday.
These
She's
bastards
important
have
enough
got
to
to pay.
clone.
Is that
Imagine
she's
what
not
she can
important
do.
enough to clone? Imagine how many
You
people
mean
are
the
cloned
little
who aren't
gnome who just
important?
casually runs down into the
Level.
different levels of the spike every day?
That
We've
one.
got to get her out. Imagine what she can. She's
Oh
I-
no!
100%. We get her out. She instantly kills Anne Lara. It's like, you cannot have that.
Aubrey P and Lara, come on. You want
When
to
you
see it?
said, I can't remember if it was on stream or in the behind the screens bit, when you said like there's definitely some key things that you missed, and I thought, was that one of them?
That's the big one. Yeah, that was
the
the
big
one.
one.
Because in my head,
didn't
you would
think
see
about
that email and be like, shit, we need to go to Abundance, like, right now.
We just always
like,
ignoring
well,
Aubrey's
I'm
emails.
sure
Like,
that's
I'll just
important to
deal with that
someone.
later.
But it's perfect. Like, of
Aubrey.
course you're ignoring Aubrey's emails. Like, you've just been at a black hole. Why would you care about the doddery old lady who
little
gives you
biddies.
money?
no.
Like, yeah.
We've got bigger fish to fry.
And I was there, like I found my artwork of Pluto the dog, and I was like, it's definitely not a large Alsatian, is it? It's
No, it's a
fine.
tiny little baby puppy 2 years ago.
Time travel,
Yeah.
baby.
Got my
As soon as you were like, you don't recognise this dog, and I was like, I think I do.
I would have let like if more of you had gone over, I would have sort of let you have it wasn't also recognizing he had a collar on it, it had Pluto written on it. But yeah.
Best detective. In the
Best
world.
detective.
Um,
Yeah, they've locked up Pluto in a cage again, which I thought was kind of
Oh
a little
no!
throwback to when he was
Oh,
locked up in the cage.
We've got bigger problems, guys. We can't rescue
Anyway,
the dog right now.
We can.
You know who is the opposite of a problem?
Our patron.
Our patrons.
Oh,
Yes!
very good, Simon.
We
All right, I
remember
need someone
to do this
roll
every
me
single episode.
A
We have to do
D4
4 today, right?
please.
A D4. I'll do it.
No, we're doing 4 today, but we've got to do 2 from last week first.
2.
That is a calamity gas.
Calamity cast.
Ooh,
Can I do this
Alright.
one?
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
it.
Okay.
So on Absalom Station, there's like a really old-fashioned oh no, I can't say it. Apothecary. How do you say it?
Apothecary.
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 And it's run by Calamity Cass. It's called Calamity Cass's Concoctions. And she's like this alchemist who brews up all these cool potions. And we've got to do really in-depth ones, haven't we? And the reason
It's fine.
no, we can do it. And the reason that she brews all these potions is because her parents were killed
Oh.
by she's
has a
actually
tragic
from
backstory.
Castrovy. Yeah, I'm going to give her a tragic backstory. Cass will know why I'm giving her this backstory as well. This is little me and Cass joke.
Castrovel starts with Cass.
No, it's not, but that's let's say she's from Castrovel, and there are harpies on Castrovel, and harpies killed her parents, and she's trying to find like the elixir of life to bring her parents back.
God.
Cass will know why I've picked the alchemist and harpies.
Okay.
She will
Okay.
understand.
Okay. Little in
Perfect.
jokes there.
Little in joke for Cass.
Love
All
it.
right.
Love it.
Our next one.
I'll roll again.
Well, you can roll, but there is literally
I
only
won't
one
do it.
person,
three.
and
Three.
I know who they are.
Three.
That person is Kieran Hingston, and I'll tell you who Kieran Hingston is. Right? Sometimes, when travelers go far into the drift, they feel something. Something deep within the ether itself. When they travel far enough away from the confines of human civilization, they start to get a sense of an other out there. Another kind of consciousness, another kind of intelligence, a great and unknowable force.
Well, that's
And
better than being an alchemist,
only
isn't it?
For the
Sounds a bit better,
chosen
yeah.
ones. As you stare upon the galactic center, the great burning white-hot heart of our galaxy, you might hear the name Kieran Hingston in your ear. But that's it. That's
Ali
all we know.
wanted to go bigger and better.
Yeah,
he's
and I
done
was like,
so.
alchemist,
It's
dead parents, let's go. Classic.
Yeah, but like clearly Cass is, alchemist with dead parents is like the hero of the story.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
gonna have a
absolutely.
big
Kieran
title,
Hingston
but
is-
yeah.
the
Like-
mysterious figure who kind of just occasionally like whispers things in your ear.
Not a figure. Kieran Hingston is just a concept, essentially.
Sorry.
Right? No one really knows.
Not even a person, just the concept of Kieran
Serious
Hingston.
concept.
So
All
are we
right,
doing?
so
we're just doing two.
We've got two more.
Oh,
We've got two more to do.
Yeah.
I'll do another.
Now we need
One.
a D8.
Oh. Okay,
Us-
hang on. No,
you
reroll,
roll it.
reroll. 8. I like rolling.
Keegan, Amrine, J.
Keegan and Munro.
I think we've done one already, but just do another one.
No, but we're on at least second round.
We're going second round.
I think I made someone really.
Keegan, Amrine, this is a new life.
I don't remember which one Keegan was. It just add some extra.
We're not going to come up with the same thing again randomly.
So I remember some of them. Like Megan was a mime.
Yeah.
Is that Megan?
It's Keegan. Okay. Oh no, Will was the tree.
Keegan is a pilot, and not just a pilot. He is in the extreme sport of piloting a course, and it's an underground sport that takes place on Absalom, where star pilots in tiny stunt craft go around the fleet, the armada that surrounds Absalom, and dip, dodge, and dive and dodge around all of the ships.
Is it legal?
It's incredibly illegal. It's incredibly high speed. But Keegan is the best of the best.
Illegal.
Keegan has preternatural reflexes and is one of the only humans that can do it. And
yes, it's pod racing.
And it's pod racing in space, basically. It's exactly what it is. It's high risk, it's high reward, and Keegan is a legend. But because it's such an illegal sport, can never be recognized in public. It's like people who know them. It's like there's a incredibly excited. It's like, oh my god, I know who you are, but I cannot show it in front of my wife, who doesn't know I pay for those TV channels.
Yeah.
In front of my wife.
It's like the porn of Absalom.
But Keegan doesn't care. Keegan lives to pilot and is the best, apart from Corey, at what they do.
Yeah, Corey would be really great.
Corey
definitely hasn't found out about it yet.
Oh no, I haven't found out about Keegan. I just heard tales. Right, and another D8. One more D8, please.
5.
That is a Megan.
Megan was a mime.
Yeah, Megan was a mime last time.
She was a mime.
Megan was very posh and living a happy little life last time. So
yeah.
Megan's very poor now. Megan's just like a poor citizen.
Still a mime.
Megan too.
Very unassuming. Yeah, there are multiple people called Megan on Absalom. So
very common name.
This one is just like, living her life. Like, just kind of has a normal job and is just kind of like a little bit underappreciated, but is actually like incredibly observant and has like the abilities to be like the actual world's greatest detective. Like actually like better than Snicked, better than Eyes Wide. It's just that like she may never get the opportunity. It's like every week, she goes and gets like noodles for a special like once a week takeaway, and she often notices weird things about like the noodle shop and the guy who sells the noodles, but like she just thinks, oh, that's intriguing, and then she puts a few things together in her head, but she has no one to tell. And she's probably uncovered quite a lot of mysteries without really knowing that they're quite significant. That's my story.
Nice, I love it.
Love that.
I think that's everything we've got for you today.
I think so. Oh, so I do want to say about our giveaway. Right, so we have 2 episodes left, and then we'll be doing a wrap up, a live wrap up episode. So the dates, just to confirm with everyone, we've got episode 11 on the 4th of September, episode 12 on the 11th of September, and I wrap up on the 18th of September. Unless something goes terribly wrong. So sorry if you're listening on podcast and it is well beyond those dates.
Hey, there are 2 episodes out now. So.
If not all of those dates have happened yet, stick them in your diaries, because on each of those 3 occasions will be an opportunity to enter a draw, a randomly picked raffle draw thing, in order to win one of 6, I believe we have, Starfinder beginner boxes. What's a beginner box, Emily Bates?
Yeah. It's
not physical.
It's not the physical one. It's the digital one, so you don't get the dice. But you do get
really excited about this.
I got really excited
realizing that's not.
Like, what did they send you the STLs to print the dice?
No, I don't think so. But you get like a sort of simplified. Get into Starfinder. There's like an adventure and things, and sort of help making characters, which I think we could have probably done with before we started playing. We never had the beginner box, so
that would have been
useful.
Shit.
I didn't know there was a beginner box. We just went straight.
Just read the book and
I just read the book and got very confused about it.
Yeah,
and I think actually one of the most confusing things about it is it's sort of similar to 5e, but it's not 5e. So I go to make decisions automatically that are sort of 5e, and then I'm like, oh, but what if it's different? So we might be playing slightly D&D version of Starfinder, which is bad. But
if you get the beginner, if you win the beginner box,
you'll know the difference
and let us know and be like,
maybe we should enter.
You let us know at length in all the comments.
Yeah, just tell us everything we get wrong. That'd be great.
So,
repeat yourself. Why not? Just to emphasize.
In different comments, so we get more engagement.
You'll be able to enter in chat, and we'll tell you during the episode what you have to type into chat to enter. We haven't decided yet.
Emily is
possibly that might end up being it. So that is very much to look forward to. We will be announcing that. And again, if you're sort of listening on the podcast and you want to be a bit more up to date with things that are happening, do follow us on socials. It is the easiest way for us to get in touch with you all. We are at RPGeeks D&D. So that's RPGeeks D&D.
Daddy,
it's only one
Daddy.
G in RPGeeks. We're not the RPG Geeks. Everyone gets very confused about that. So follow
that would be
us.
a bad name.
Follow us on Twitter, Threads. Maybe we're not sure about if we're going to maintain that one.
It's all on phones. If it was on a computer, it'd be easier to do.
Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky because it's on the computer and not on phones. Well, I'm sure it is on my phone. I just haven't got it on my phone.
Desktop version of Threads, then I'd use it more.
Yeah, we're on Instagram as well, so maybe we'll put something about things there. That'd be very nice. And our website is rpgeeks.co.uk. And what else do I say? Those are all the places that people can find us, right?
Those are the places.
Except for our Patreon.
We have to go now.
We
have to go now to record some Patreon content. Patreon.com/rpgeeksdnd. We're going to be recording all our thoughts and analysis of this episode.
Which is basically
So come find us there if you fancy. Thank you again to everyone who is watching, listening here now or after the fact in the future. You're all awesome. You're all brilliant geeks. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.